Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Sue here, and I have a last book haul of the summer. Summer officially ends tomorrow as I'm filming this. And I found a massive sale at my local library, and I wanted to share it with you guys today. So these are all from the local library sale with the exception of the first two. The first one was a book I received from an author by the name of Casey Hilton. This is her latest book. I think it's I think it's her fifth book that's out. Cars, Coffee, and a Badass Ninja Toilet. It's an adult kind of comedy about a used car lot owner by the name of Julie Carr. And it's just her day-to-day life of running a used car lot, dealing with absurd customers, her home life with her husband, and her do-it-yourself projects that don't always go well. So I'll talk more about this in my wrap-up. I've already finished reading it. The other book I received is from one of you. It's from Karen, a subscriber to my channel, and she very kindly sent this to me for my birthday. It's the Doctor Who Doodle book. It is huge, first of all, and it is just chock full of all sorts of little things that you could draw and color in, and all related to Doctor Who. It just sounds like it's total fun, and I super appreciate it. Thank you very much, Karen. She actually sent me those two little keychains you see here, the kangaroo and the koala bear. She lives in Australia, and she also included a really lovely birthday card along with it. Just I cut off the envelope. I had to save it. A little Snoopy Doctor Who stickers. I don't know where she managed to find those. And is that not like the most perfect birthday card you've ever seen in your life? So thanks again, Karen. I absolutely love it. So on to the book haul. First ones I'm going to show you actually doesn't have a dust jacket. This is what it would look like. It's called To Serve Them All My Days by R.F. Delderfield. And I just have the massive book here without the dust jacket, and that's how much I paid for it, 25 cents. I've heard this title before, and I was intrigued by it, and just reading a little bit of the first chapter or so, I was immediately enjoyed the writing style. It just grabbed my attention, and I wanted to read the book. So for 25 cents, I couldn't go wrong. So since there's no dust jacket on here, I'm going to go ahead and read the synopsis off of Goodreads for you. It says, young David Powlett Jones, a Welsh miner's son, is invalided home from France when he suffers severe shell shock on the Western Front. At a remote English public school in Devon, the debilitated veteran, himself barely out of his teens, decides temporarily to try his hand at teaching while striving to awaken from the nightmare of World War I, the national catastrophe that sweeps England out of the comfortable certainty to the Victorian age into the moral perplexities and harsh economic realities of more modern times. So like I said, I read a little bit of it as I was in the library, and it just grabbed my attention. I almost felt like starting it right away, but I'm going to have to set it aside for a bit because I do have a chain of things to read coming up in October and November. Moving on from there, I found another really great deal. This is the Alexander McCall Smith's 44 Scotland Street series. I'm not sure how many are out currently, but I found the first three all for $1 a piece. This is 44 Scotland Street, Espresso Tales, and Love Over Scotland. And I saw this series mentioned on Graham Quigley's channel. I'll put a link to his channel down below. A recent booktuber that I came across is from Scotland and really enjoys these. So it's about a residence called 44 Scotland Street, kind of an apartment complex type thing, and just sort of the day-to-day lives of the people living in there. I'm sure there's some quirky, witty characters in there that will just kind of captivate me, so I'm really looking forward to diving into this series. Next, I found a whole slew, and I didn't get them all because there were just too many, but a whole slew of these Reader's Digest editions. And also really good deals on these, and some titles that I was really intrigued by, all classics basically. This one I hadn't really heard of before. This is James Hilton's Lost Horizon, and they are all, you know, dust jacketless. $1, great deal. They all came with a little insert there describing the book, and a little bit of the author synopsis and everything. And they are spotly illustrated throughout. This is a really beautiful title page. And let's see if I can show you any more illustrations in here. This one has mostly ink ones. Oh, there's one. Another one on a mountainside, looks like a plane crash. The synopsis of this one is, deep in the forbidding Tibetan wilderness, a plane with 4 passengers crashes near an ancient and uncharted lamasery. but their arrival in this land of eerie beauty and total tranquility is no accident. It's a fantasy classic that puts Shangri-La on the map of our imagination. That sounded really good. Next up, I have two by the same author, both by Rudyard Kipling. This is Captains Courageous. It's a thin little one. This one was a little bit more, it was $6. This one has some like pen and ink type illustrations within. And I'll go ahead and read that little synopsis at the bottom. It says, poor Harvey Shiny? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Poor Harvey. One day he's a spoiled rich boy, the next a hapless castaway forced to prove himself in the rough man's world of the Grand Banks fisheries. By one of Victorian England's finest storytellers, here is the rousing sea adventures guaranteed to thrill the hearts of sailors and land lubbers alike. So I've been getting kind of into sea stories for some reason, so that one appeals to me. And then Kim is the other Rudyard Kipling one I had gotten. Beautiful cover on that. So it's a bit larger. This one was only $2. And see if I can find some illustrations to show you. Ooh, this one's a 2-page spread on that one. And these are in such perfect condition, I look like they haven't even been read. This one's described as fraternizing with a horse trader who doubles as an agent for Her Majesty's Secret Service, helping a Tibetan Lama search for a lost river, touring a mystical, magical land that is the shining jewel of the British crown. Pretty exotic stuff for most of us, but all in a day's work for Kimball O'Hara, the sly, adventurous waif known only as Kim. There's that one. And the final one that I have in this series is The Sea Wolf by Jack London. Again, for some reason I'm just really drawn to these sea stories. And this one was only $4. There's some of the illustrations. It's almost like a photographic quality to them. They're kind of nice. Okay, and the Sea Wolf. This is so cultured that he knows lovely poems by heart, yet so cruel that he beats a crippled man heartlessly. Captain Wolf Larsen inspires as much fascination as fear among the passengers and crew of his seal-hunting schooner, the Ghost, and no less among the readers of the Sea Wolf. Jack London's gripping tale about the survival of the fittest on the high seas. So yeah, this sounded really, really interesting. He said there was literally about maybe 12 different titles. They even had the Three Musketeers there I almost picked up, but I had quite a haul already that I was carrying, so I kind of stopped there. Then I have a nonfiction title, which I saw that, and right away, like, oh, Henry VIII, okay. Henry VIII and His Court by Neville Williams. Again, no dust jacket on this one. This one's got a little bit of wear to it. Got some really just chock full of information about his court, full of, I don't want to crack this spine there, but it's full of paintings and sculptures and all about the British people. There's Sir Thomas More, which I just read enough about in Wolf Hall, Windsor Castle, just chock full of information. Oh, there's really nice there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading that. Maybe I'll dive into that a little bit during Nonfiction November. We'll see. I have to decide my TBR for that still. And then the ultimate find. The most amazing find. For those of you who have been following my channel, you know I'm participating in ShakeTube 2017. That's a 15-week read-along of Shakespeare plays. And I've been picking up some as we go along. Some of them I've been picking up in the No Fear Shakespeare series. But I saw this sitting on the shelves, and I had to grab it. 12 plays by William Shakespeare in a box set. These are the Dover editions. Literally has 12 of the 15 plays I need to read for this read-along. I'm going to go ahead and pull out the books here. Okay, first up, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, first up is Taming of the Shrew. This is the order we were pretty much reading them in. And this is, they're really pretty great condition, just the previous owner's name is written in them for some reason. Taming of the Shrew, Richard III. Got Romeo and Juliet. Julius Caesar. The book we're currently reading, which is A Midsummer Night's Dream, hence my tabs are still in it. Then we have The Merchant of Venice, Much Ado About Nothing, and then one of the next two books that we're actually missing is Richard II and Henry V. I don't have them in this particular set. And there's Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, Macbeth, and then the third play that I don't have in this set, which is Antony and Cleopatra. And then finally, the last book we're reading in the readathon, The Tempest. So I was shocked. And did you see how much the set cost? $3.50. Oh yeah! I was so excited. I had a handful of books already, and I plopped them down on the floor, and I'm climbing up to the top shelf there, and I'm like, I've got to get this set because it was just amazing. But yeah, that's the whole haul. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.